that embrace a diverse group of small continents, which may be the nucleus of a promising future for humanity once again. The decision must be made individually. You have to decide whether to stay or to leave.
Pandarosh presents
the story collection The Greys, for the writer Dr Amr Mounir. Noah's Ark. The radio of the huge spaceship blared, announcing in a loud tune an important meeting with the commander, Captain Awesome, which was scheduled to be on the next day at 19 GMT in the meeting room located in the middle of the ship. This announcement attracted the attention of all the inhabitants of the colony, as this type of meetings only occur in cases of extreme necessity. This Astronomy Noah 11 ship is one of the few remaining spaceships in which humans emigrated from the planet Earth to the wide space. These spaceships were designed to serve as the last lifeline for human beings after their planet became uninhabitable due to comprehensive pollution, high temperature, and its unstable weather conditions. Noah's Ark 11 floats in the space among millions of solar star systems, overflowing as one of the Milky Way galaxy. These spindle-shaped spaceships were designed to be like flying cities, which rotates around the center in stability and regularity due to its huge engine that runs on renewable hydrogen nuclear energy, which enables its inhabitants to enjoy reasonable gravity that makes them live their lives inside it with ease and comfort. Captain Awesome is one of the members of the second generation who lives in the spaceship. He studied at its school and technological university, which prepared him to be a navigator for that floating city. The work inside the spaceship was regular like a beehive. There were hundreds of workers who maintained to provide food for the ship through huge vertical agricultural complexes, irrigated with condensed water on the ship's smooth surfaces. There are also those responsible for education in the ship's school and university. There are also doctors and nurses who are responsible for providing healthcare. Others are responsible for maintaining security, guarding, as well as the judges who are entrusted with controlling the security conditions, organizing work, and punishing those who deviate from the normal context, or even executing the guilty ones by throwing them into the ship space to freeze and die instantly. Awesome's mission was to lead Noah's Ark and at the same time search for any star group that the ship's scientists believe that it is carrying in its orbit a planet suitable for human colonization. 30 years had passed since the launch of the migratory ships, since their great migration into space after the extinction of humanity was about to happen. These ships carried the best of the planet's rich residents and its leaders, who were able to join the ship's passengers along with some citizens from all over the world who were chosen by random lottery. As time passed by, Captain Awesome's generation became the rulers and had full political control over the floating in space colony, while the elderly among its pioneers mostly were out of the scene because they realized after a short time that the dream of reaching an alternative land had turned into a mirage. The important meeting, which was set previously, was now about to start. Thousands of inhabitants of Noah's Ark 11 are waiting in the meeting room. Asim ascended to the hall podium with his graceful steps and his distinctive silver spacesuit to begin his important announcement, addressing everyone.
My family and brothers, the inhabitants of Noah's Ark 11. I'll be brief in my speech. As we are running out of time, it seems that we are finally close to reaching our alternative planet, which our scientists found in a nearby solar system called AH Alpha. The desired planet has an atmosphere and is filled with seas and oceans that embrace a diverse group of small continents, which may be the nucleus of a promising future for humanity once again. It may be suitable for life, and it may be inhabited by rational creatures. All possibilities should be taken into consideration. So, the decision must be made individually. You have to decide whether to stay or to leave. But before that, you have to know that the migration to the planet will be a one-way journey with no hope of returning to space again, as the thick atmosphere of the desired planet prevents communication between the immigrants and the mothership. All residents of the colony have 48 hours, just 48 hours to think about it and make a decision. And may God help you take the right one.
There was grief and confusion among the residents of the Ark. The decision was very difficult, as people were caught between a rock and a hard place. The deadline passed like eternity for everyone. Most of the younger generation decided to stay in the huge spaceship, as they spent most of their lives in it, and it became their only world, while the old people and the elderly decided to leave for the unknown, as their lives in the ship was like a large space prison. After a very hard journey that lasted 3 days, the 2 designated vehicles arrived at the surface of the new planet. After their autopilot was able to penetrate the multi-layer atmosphere of the planet. Their feet finally landed on the soil of this young planet, which was full of lush trees and had an expanding river as well as a bright sun, along with a moderate atmosphere. They now remembered the ancient land they left decades ago. They began to establish a new life for the elderly human colony, in which they will spend the last days of their lives without any ability to give birth to new generations, as the young people prefer to remain wandering in the space prison.
See you in another writing by Dr. Amr Mounir, narrator Adham RB, sound engineering Tamir Yahya, audio editing by Mariam Hani, international distribution by Sondos Tamer. Artistic direction by Ali Saeed. Production manager Rasha Yahya. Directed by Khaled Mahgoub. Best regards with Pandarosh.